joined now by Mel Rippon as a continuation of our Olympian series. And Mel, of course, was a 2004, 2008 and 2012 Olympian, dual bronze medalist. Welcome along.
Thanks for having me.
So your career started off, you were actually in and around the squad leading into Sydney 2000. You didn't play in 2000, but just that experience as a young player set you up for the rest of your career?
Absolutely. It's really interesting to think that, I was in the stands as a fan, but at the same time, I had actually been training with them just weeks earlier, getting the best opportunity of my life that really did. Sure, I was disappointed and all that sort of thing, but it was actually really just giving me the opportunity to train with some of the best players that the world had seen at that time, and preparing for the first time that women's water polo was going to be in the Olympics. And I used that for every opportunity that I could, and I really believe that it set me up for the next few cycles.
So you go forward now to 2004, and well, in Sydney we created that great rivalry with the USA. It came to fore again in 2004 when they got the Australian girls for the bronze medal, and you guys came fourth.
Yeah, and I think it was a interesting 4 years for both teams. Obviously, both nations had built up so much for the first Olympics. Then there was, coming off the back of that, there was the next generation. So my generation, completely excited with the opportunity to follow on from that. And while we didn't get there, we didn't get on the dais at all. What I learned from that experience was just that I never ever wanted to feel that again. I really wanted to make sure that there was nothing left that I could look back and go, could we have done more? Could I have done more, to feel more prepared? And I definitely, while disappointed, had the most incredible experience at my first Olympics.
And you spoke of not wanting to have that feeling of missing the dais, and your next two Olympics, you played Hungary for bronze in both occasions, penalty shootouts, overtime, high drama. You got the bronze both times. I mean, there were two incredible bronze medal matches. 08 and 12 were just crazy games.
Yeah, well, something I've discovered since retiring is that I'm a terrible spectator, and it's now given me a real insight of what it must have been like for our poor parents. We really tested them out with their nerves. All of us, we were the ones in the water. We were doing it. People think that that's the nerve-wracking part, but I think watching your children or your friends trying to go after their dreams is something, that must have been really special for them. And as you said, we went to the line so many times. It was so close. And I actually, even though Hungary are our competitors, I actually feel for them with the way that they missed out on a medal both times. But I wouldn't trade it for anything.
No, absolutely not. And the photo behind us there is the 08 bronze medal team. There's yourself just over my shoulder with Kate Ginther, your sister-in-law. On the other side is Beck, your sister. So pretty special experience there. Your sister and your stepsister, going all together to the Olympics. That's incredible.
Yeah, we always say that we don't know any different because we did it the whole time. However, now I look back and I realize just how lucky we were. I think there's something, as much as there's, truth and honesty and really difficult conversations and things like that happen between teammates, there's a whole nother level when it's a family member. So if we ever felt like we needed to vent, or if we ever felt like someone wasn't pulling their weight, it was a hell of a lot easier to say it to your sister. And they had to like you the next day, or didn't have to like you, but they still had to be there the next day. They had no choice, and you had to front up to family things after that. So there was no holds barred. But yeah, pretty special to be able to have done that.
If you can define being an Olympian, can you put that into words?
I think by now I should be able to, but I really can't. It is the culmination of all your childhood dreams, all your favorite memories, all the hard work, all put into one. And it really, there's nothing quite like it. The opportunity to play for your country, represent your country at the biggest sporting event in the world. There's a reason it's the pinnacle of all sporting events, and it really is something that I'll treasure forever.
And I guess the bond, not just with your sisters, but your whole teammates over 3 Olympics, you're still incredibly close?
Yeah, it's interesting. We might not see each other for a year or two, and then we run into each other, and it's like straight back into what it was like at training, straight back into like what it was like when we toured. The really great thing, Amy Hetzel actually organised a 10-year reunion for our Beijing team just not that long ago, and it was amazing to have almost all of us there. And the girls who weren't there were able to send in something and a letter for us to be read there. And it was so great. And it felt like it was just yesterday that we were all together. Just the memories, even the hard times become funny. We did not stop laughing. And most of us didn't want it to end. And not because we were reliving the glory days, but more because we just couldn't quite believe that it had been that long and we had been through so much together.
And life after being a high performance player, you've moved into the coaching ranks. You've had a lot of success in the Australian Water Polo League and now coaching some representative sides. Do you have ambitions maybe to coach the national team one day?
Oh, I think every coach pictures themselves there at some point, at one point or another. I think the thing that drives me with my coaching is I just want to share my love of water polo. I've grown up with some of the most incredible coaches who, yes, they might have pushed me and they might have encouraged me in so many ways, but what they actually shared with me was how much they loved the game. And I love the game. So I want to share that. And while I'm doing that, I want to help people achieve whatever it is that they set for themselves. So if they want to go to the Olympics, I want to help them get there, whether it's as their club coach, whether it's in the MSwiss talent program, however it is that I can help them play and I can play my little part. I want them to get out of it whatever they can.
Yeah, you're doing a great job there in the coaching ranks and having some fantastic successes. So thanks for being with us as part of our Olympian series. Have a great day.
No problem. Thank you.